Hello and welcome to Upfront. My name is Dean Thullner Veljacic and we are filming on the unceded Nanaimo traditional territory. Many women throughout history have demonstrated remarkable strength and power, influencing various fields such as politics, medical science, and social justice. The women at the Nanaimo Regional General Auxiliary are a prime example of this. On this episode of Upfront, I have the privilege of sitting down with Marlene Bell, the president of the Nanaimo Regional General Hospital Auxiliary. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
So let's start out by you telling the audience what is the Nanaimo Regional General Hospital Auxiliary?
The Auxiliary is a registered charity. We primarily raise money for care and comfort items for the hospital. We've been going now for 125 years.
That's amazing. So the Nanaimo Hospital Auxiliary has 4 revenue streams, correct?
It does.
Okay, so that's the craft group, who were there from the beginning?
That's right. So originally 125 years ago, the craft group started. I think it was probably wives of doctors and maybe some nurses that wanted to raise funds for extra things for the hospital. And they did that by having bake and craft sales, but they also made things.
Okay, let's go back to that, okay? So your revenue streams are the craft group, the Nanaimo Hospital gift store, the NRGH 50/50 draw, and the thrift store that's on the mall.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so it says here that the craft store was the cornerstone of the auxiliary in its early inception, and it was in the 1900s when it started.
That's right.
And so you're saying that it was the doctors' wives, it was the people that worked in the hospital that wanted to help the hospital out.
That's right, yes.
So where does the funds go from that?
All the funds go back to the hospital. All of the things that are made from our different revenue sources go back to the hospital. We pay our costs, of course, like rent for our buildings and our merchandise, but everything that we make goes back to the hospital.
Well, the craft group plays a vital role throughout the year, right? It provides items that are requested from the NRGH departments. What does that mean?
Absolutely. Well, we supply all sorts of things. Baby blankets.
Well, yes, but these women are knitting these things specifically for this reason, yes?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so they're providing items for the cancer clinic, surgery dolls, and hand and arm wraps for pediatric departments.
That's right.
Now, it also says here that I wrote down they are also knitting for small knitted tray favors. What does that mean?
Oh, we have one volunteer who knits little hens that they put an Easter egg in,
Oh, nice.
or little Santas, and every patient in the hospital gets one on Christmas morning or on Easter.
What a colossal undertaking.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
So how many women are doing this on a regular basis?
We've got 32 women in the craft group at the moment.
They must be knitting round the clock.
Most of them are quilters, but so we do have some that do knitting. We often have other people that donate handcrafted things and they're handed over to the craft group to sell, but 32 members in the craft group at the moment.
And again, this is all volunteer, yes?
All volunteer, 100% volunteer. Not only that, they buy most of the fabric. If they can't get it donated somewhere, they buy a lot of their own fabric. So they're doing more than their hours. They're actually giving money as well.
That's great. Yeah. Well, I believe that the auxiliary is all volunteer.
100% volunteer. We do have a contract bookkeeper and we have a contract cleaner at the thrift store. But other than that, we're 100% volunteer. I don't think most people realise this, that we are 100% volunteer.
And you're always looking for more volunteers.
Always looking for more volunteers.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about that a lot. So if you want to volunteer, you would contact the nrghauxiliary.org, go on the website and fill out a form, or what would that look like?
Absolutely, you can go on our website or you can get hard copies from the gift store or from the thrift store.
Great. Or you can just walk in, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You're there, yeah?
Mostly.
Okay. So quilts are also donated once a year to different departments in the hospital. Can you talk about that?
They don't donate a lot of quilts, but they do to the NIC unit and some of the other areas that want quilts, and I think they do some for Dufferin sometimes, but
Okay. So now we talked about the revenue streams. One of the other revenue streams is the NRGH Hospital gift shop.
Yes.
Where is that situated?
It's right near the lifts in the main area of the entry of the hospital, near Code Brew. It had its 45th anniversary this year. It started off really with just handmade things by the craft group and maybe some flowers or some plush toys. I know when my grandson was born, like 20 years ago, that was about all that was in the gift shop. But under the manager of that gift shop, it's really become a proper gift shop, you know, with clothing, purses, jewellery, ice creams, almost anything, you know. It is a really nice shop now.
But I also think it's important to tell the audience that the gift shop also caters to some of the needs of the staff throughout the daily basis.
Absolutely.
Yes. So what did I write down here? There was for like essentials for hospital staff during the day. So ice cream bars, newspapers, magazines, things that they may want to snack on or that they may want to purchase just to, you know, get through the day, right?
A lot of them purchase their gifts at the gift shop, you know, because they're very busy and they realise they can go in there and shop really quickly in their breaks. And for the patients and the visitors themselves, I think the gift shop provides more than just a place to shop. The people that work in there provide solace, if you like, to the people that come in that have someone that's sick. So it's a place for staff, visitors and patients to hang out. And yeah.
There's a bit of a crossover too, because I believe that some of the corner group, the craft group, actually has some of their products in there as well.
They do,
Yeah,
yes.
so it's a little bit of a crossover.
In the baby corner, they have things that can be purchased.
That's wonderful. Okay, so you also have a 50-50 draw.
We do.
And that happens every Friday.
That happens every week. The money is taken out by the pay office and it's all controlled under BC Gaming, of course. We have to apply for a licence and it's around about $800 a week in prizes go out. You know, it varies depending on how many staff members are in it at the time, but we probably get about $45,000 a year revenue from that. Again, it's very controlled by gaming, so the sort of things that we can purchase with that are definitely care and comfort items, no equipment or anything like that.
Can you elaborate what care and comfort items means?
Well, it could be things like baby seats, baby car seats, anything to do with even things like ice machines or blanket warmers. So anything that the government think is not necessary for the hospital. So they will eventually supply things like big X-ray machines and things, but they don't think it's necessary for those small things. You know, they're stressed out as it is with funding, and so the comfort items like ice machines, blanket warmers, coffee makers, rain finders, even patients' transport chairs, you know, they don't think it's important, and that's where the Auxiliary and the Foundation come in. We supply lots of those items.
And that's really nice for the staff that's working there because they're making their day easier, right? And big shout out to all the team that work at NRGH on a regular basis. There's amazing doctors and nurses and staff there, and it's amazing that this auxiliary gets to support you while you're supporting our community. So thank you very much for all the work that you do. Okay, and then you have your thrift store. Your thrift store is the talk of the town, okay? I've been to your thrift store. I've seen the magnitude of stuff that goes in and out of that store. I see the lineups at that store. Right off the bat, how much does that store bring in every year?
Well, we're going to go over $1 million this year.
Unbelievable.
We went over $1 million last year, which allows us to give so much more to the hospital.
And to be clear, the sustainability of this thrift shop is because of the surrounding community that donates to your thrift shop on a regular basis.
Three things, really. The donation, the volunteers.
Of the volunteers,
The volunteers and the purchasers. We couldn't do without
the
any
people
three
buying
of
them,
those.
of course. Well, how many volunteers do you have at the thrift store?
We have about 159 volunteers at the thrift store. Some of them only work, you know, one shift a week. Many of them just can't keep away, and we have people that would probably be there 3 or 4 shifts a week. They're just amazing, really they are. And if we have any special event, they come in at weekends to help set up a special event. Yeah, it's just getting busier and busier all the time, and I think it's because we've now won the best in the city 5 years in a row.
Great.
We keep our prices down, which at first some of the volunteers weren't happy about that, but it's really worked out well. Keep the prices down, roll the stuff over rather than try and, charge high prices. And the other thing is we like to think that our store is clean, that it doesn't smell like a thrift store, that we have departments like a real store, like jewellery department and, book departments, and we try to keep it really interesting and change all the time.
But it's beautifully laid out. You can see that the heart and soul is in that thrift store. You walk in the front and you've got your collectible items in the window. Then you've got that little room off to the right-hand side where it's like crafty kind of, right? And then the racks of clothing, which I actually wore a shirt today. I love the shirt that I was wearing today that I got from that store. I buy a lot of my clothes there. It's always impeccable. That's one thing that I've noticed about this store is that you are quite, not particular, but you're conscious of the fact that the product that you're putting out is recyclable, that it is usable, and it's good quality.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so let's talk about that, because you must get some items that just don't hit the floor.
Lots of items that don't hit the floor.
What would you like to tell people dropping off about that?
Well, we would like quality items. We don't want to be the rubbish bin, if you like, for people that just can't be bothered taking things elsewhere, and we do get a lot of that. Where possible, we try to recycle to some other area. We have what we call black bag, things that are not to our standard, but are maybe still usable, get black bagged, and they get sent to the big brothers and big sisters.
Great.
They actually pay us for a big black bag of clothing, $1 a bag. But, we're also giving them some quite good stuff. We also take newborn to 3-year-old for Crossroads, which is a group of people.
The pregnancy center?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were on my show last month.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a tremendous organization. Yeah.
And wherever we can, we do hospital clothing too, because they have a closet, their clothing closet at the hospital. If someone comes in and dirties their clothes or they have to be cut off, they have to clothe them again before they discharge them. So we supply clothing for that closet too.
All these different levels of activity require so much manpower or woman power, right?
It does.
Yes. Although it's not just women. I you had told me as well that there are some men that also volunteer and do things like repair things that need fixing, or picking things up, or assisting in unloading and unpacking. So it's really kind of a whole community that's come together to support our local hospital.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's very good. The men are worshipped because we can call them anytime to lift anything heavy. They repair things, they look after all the electrical, test all the electrical things, and they're wonderful, you know.
So the message is, if you're going to donate to the thrift store, quality goods, please.
That's right.
Otherwise, it's sort of creating a bit of a work project for you.
Very much so.
Yeah, and you've got a lot going on there.
Yeah, and every year we get more and more that has to be, put in the dumpster, which makes it really hard. If you throw things to us that needs to go into a dumpster, it's just costing the thrift store, because eventually we have to pay for the removal of the rubbish. Yeah.
Of course, yes. So I'm going to go to a limb here. You moved locations. You were in the same. So where is this thrift store, by the way?
It's right beside Quality Foods.
Right. So that's
in Northridge Plaza.
Northridge, yes. Across from the Thrifties, sort of across.
Across the other side.
So you moved. You were in the same area, but you moved into a larger space. I'm going to go to a limb here to think that you're kind of outgrowing this space.
Absolutely.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, we would love to take furniture, but we don't have room. We have to turn away so many other things that we could sell. But then our volunteer base would have to be bigger, and we simply haven't got the volunteer base.
Right. So you're always looking for volunteers.
Always looking for volunteers.
Again, if you want to volunteer for the NRGH Auxiliary, please go to their website again, or walk into the store, or you can email them at info@nrghauxiliary.org.ca. I'll figure that out in a sec. And they're looking for volunteers.
Yes.
So what else about the thrift store that's fascinating?
I just think it's a lovely place to be. You know, the people that volunteer become a family. So for a lot of people who have just moved to the city, or maybe have found themselves alone, you know, somebody has died, it's a really nice place to come and make another family, while helping the community, which makes it even better, you know. It keeps you active. It provides clothing to people that can't afford the prices of new clothing. And I think with the current economic climate, I think that's why one of the reasons we're doing so well.
I think maybe one of the other reasons you're doing well is that I believe as a global movement, sort of fast fashion and this waste is really becoming, like, it's not sort of, it's frowned upon a little bit, right?
It is.
And there's this overproduction of throwaway garments, and really, I've been in your store again, I can attest, like, I buy shirts there, they're beautiful, they're in great shape. So I think a lot of people are just sort of in combination with budget, but also with social awareness, that people are starting to thrift more and more.
True, and I think some of the young people are also into vintage.
Yes, of course. Yes,
kind of amazes me.
Weren't we all, though? I think when I was young, I used to wear clothes. My mother would look at me and she'd say, "Oh my God, I wore that in the 50s. I can't believe that you're wearing that." But I sort of thought it was cool, right, in the 70s? Yeah. Now, what about the clientele? I mean, there's got to be people who are like hounds for these like treasures.
We have, so on the weekend, our front window is decorated by our wonderful person that does the front window. And photos go in Facebook, and we have lineups going right down to Quality Foods every Tuesday morning, probably starting at 8:30, but we don't open till 10. And we have actually had some tussles over things in the window. But yes, we're very popular. I mean, we try and advertise everything, and we have regulars that come in all the time. Now, those regulars might be reselling.
Upselling.
Upselling, which is fine.
Of course.
But we also have regulars that come that's more like family. You know, they buy all their clothing there. They love to tell us what they've bought, what they've found. And I think it's from the whole gamut comes in there. Everything from the homeless, which we do have come in, but not a lot, through to people that just love thrifting, you know, that
and
finding a
immigrants
treasure.
too, I guess, too, eh? Immigrants that move
Absolutely,
here. Yes.
yeah, lots.
So the impact of the auxiliary is outstanding. You know, individual department disbursements, care and comfort items, capital items. What are capital items?
Capital items are more equipment, like ultrasound machines, X-ray machines. We bought, this year we bought some OR equipment for doing eyes.
So again, I need to stress to the audience here, like the Nanaimo Regional General Hospital Auxiliary, you've got your craft store, you've got your thrift store, you've got your 50/50, and you've got your
Gift store.
And you're bringing in how much money a year overall?
I would say we'll bring in over $1 million this year altogether. We're hoping so anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, this last gifting was $1 million to Nanaimo General Hospital, and we gave $250,000 for the new cancer clinic.
Yeah, I was there. I saw that they're building the new cancer clinic. That's exciting.
And this year we should be able to give as much or maybe a little more. We'll decide with the next few weeks are all the budgeting weeks where we meet with the hospital and Island Health and work out what they need, what their priorities are. Our priority is always care and comfort items first. And then we look at things above the line, you know, larger items.
Well, this is such a shining example of how community supporting community, and how one person or a group of people can make such an impact and create change, create resources and sustainable awareness. So hats off to not only you as the president, but to every single volunteer that is driving these 4 pillars of the auxiliary to create such resources, but not only just resources, but awareness for our hospital. It's remarkable work you're doing.
It is really, from a group that started off just as a few ladies to, what we are today. And I
am not shy to the power of women. Okay, I believe there should be more women in this world. Yes, the men too, but I believe more women should have positions of power. There's something it's the grace and the thoughtfulness that goes with that is very impressive. Yeah. Okay, so I understand that you recently, the auxiliary funded the building for a gathering place where patients and family and friends can meet. Can we talk about that?
That was a few years ago now, so it is a very nice place, and we're actually thinking of doing a second area too, very close to the gathering space, that we're talking to the hospital about at the moment, which is going to be a discharge room. Or they're going to trial that and see how it goes anyway. The gathering space was meant to be it sort of replaced the chapel in a way, where, it's not as popular these days, and where families could go and meet and celebrate a party, a birthday. There actually has been a wedding held in there.
Okay.
So, or if they're in mourning, they can go and have time where they can be private.
Nice. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to talk about is you have a scholarship program.
We do.
Let's talk about that.
I think it's really important that people know about this. We give scholarships to year 11 and 12 students. It is managed by the Nanaimo Ladysmith School Foundation. There is some prerequisites. Firstly, they have to have 100 hours volunteer with some health-related place. So it can be with us, it can be with the foundation, it could be with the hospital. It could even be with a nursing home, but it has to be health-related.
Okay.
And then they can apply for a scholarship. There's 3 levels of scholarships for us.
And those are, one sec, you have a scholarship for $3,000.
You have 4 for $3,000.
Yeah, 3 bursaries of $1,000 each and 3 awards of $1,000.
That's right, and we're thinking of increasing those at the moment because we believe that they've been in place for a while and schooling costs, of course, have gone up.
Everything's gone up.
So we're thinking of increasing all of those. They must go into a health-related field. That must be, one of the things was it had to be a 2-year program that they went into, but we're actually changing the smaller ones to be a 1-year program or 10-month probably. So that means that people like X-ray technicians, massage therapists, all the ancillary health people can also claim our scholarships because we think it's unfair.
And how would you be eligible? How would you sign up or to try to get a scholarship?
You can apply through the Nanaimo Ladysmith Foundation, School Foundation.
Okay.
Their applications are online. So you have to do 100 hours and going into a health field, basically.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, that's exciting. All right. Well, listen, I want to talk about how to support the auxiliary because you're supporting everybody, but you guys need support too. Every charitable organization needs support. I understand that you're looking for a social media volunteer.
Absolutely.
So if there's anyone out there who wants to give back to the NRGH auxiliary and you're looking to give back to the community, they're looking for a social media volunteer. I will say though that they do have a Facebook page. You can check that out. That ULR will come underneath as we're speaking. You can also go to the website. Again, it's nanaimoauxiliary.org, and you can push the volunteer button on the website. They're always looking for volunteers. They're always looking for donations. They're looking for clothing, etc. Bring your donations down, but please be mindful they're looking for quality goods it's more work for them to have to take goods to the city dump. If you want to give a cash donation, they are a registered charity and you will get a tax receipt. And if you feel that you would like to leave a bequest in your will, they will also provide a tax receipt as well. So I can't encourage our community enough to shop at the thrift store, shop at the gift store, go to the craft sales. There's craft sales too, yes? They're at different markets? Yes. Go to the craft stores, support this army of people who are supporting our hospital. I always ask my guest at the end of the show, is there anything you'd like to say to the audience?
No, I just think anything you can do for the community, especially for our healthcare, which is in a bit of a problem at the moment.
You can say that for sure, yeah.
So anything you can do to support the hospital, and we certainly do that, please do.
Okay, well listen, again, the thrift stores at Northridge Mall, 5800 Turner Road. The gift store, of course, is on the main floor of the Nanaimo Regional General Hospital. And if you'd like to get a hold of the craft groups, you can call 250-585-0409 or email at info@nrghauxiliary.ca. Listen, it's been a pleasure to talk with you today. Thank you for sharing me all the good work that you're doing. Big shout out to the team that is managing this project and is supporting our hospital. It is the Christmas season. I wanted to wish everybody on behalf of Rogers and myself to have a wonderful, happy holiday season, and we'll look forward to seeing you next year. Thanks for tuning in to Upfront.